Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Welcome back to another reading. It's lovely to have you here. If you're new, then welcome, and if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back and having another pick a card reading with me. I'm Nev. So today's reading is what is the truth behind this connection or this situation? What's the hidden truth, if you like. So we've got 3 piles to choose from today. We've got pile number 1, which is this card, which says, card number 20, and it says, go with the flow. Go with the flow there. With the orange calcite. There you go. You can see it there. And then we've got pile number 2, which is card number 29, and it says nurture. There we go, pile number 2, with the Tarantula agate stone, lovely little pattern stone there. And then we've got pile number 3, which is this card that says heart healing. It's card number 5, heart healing, with the calcite stone here. So those are your 3 piles. Just take a moment and choose the pile that's calling for you. That's probably got your messages. There might be more than 1 pile, and I always say that's absolutely fine. Remember that it is a general reading, so just take the messages that feel okay for you, that sit with your situation. Don't take something that you're not comfortable with, and it is timeless. That's good for whenever you're finding it. But other than that, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. It's lovely to have you here. Thanks so much for joining me again. And so today our reading is, what is the truth behind the connection, and what's the hidden truth? What's the hidden truth around what your person is thinking and feeling, and what's the hidden truth or the truth behind the actual connection. So you chose to come into the reading under this card number 20, and it says go with the flow. It's a really relaxing card, this card, isn't it? It's, this person's just on there in their boat, just floating along, not being too stressed. There's lots of what looks like lavender. Is it lavender? No, it's not lavender, but it's all this kind of purple and green. And the purple is the crown chakra, and green is the heart chakra. So I just feel like it's just a very relaxing card. So maybe there's something about this connection which is also, sorry, you came in under the orange calcite as well, where somebody wants it maybe to be more relaxed or more just seeing how things go. Something like that. Could be something like that for some of you. But anyway, let's see what else. I've also got some oracle cards here, so let's take a look. So we've got open mind, replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. So go with the flow, open mind. So again, that's quite a relaxed theme, isn't it? Then we have remain positive. Remain positive. And what's the truth behind the connection? And then you've got happiness. So I feel like the truth behind this, what I feel like all these oracle cards are saying, is that the truth of this connection is that it is on solid ground, really. Even if it doesn't appear like that at the moment, it is okay. It is more than okay. It's got potential to be really, really good and to be really happy. But maybe there's something about just not pushing too hard or something like that. So maybe that's the truth, is to kind of like just go with it, to just relax into it, to not try and push too much, just let it go at its own pace, to be open-minded about things, to be relaxed about the situation, and with the remain positive, it might be that maybe it's going through a tricky time, or it's going through some hardships, but there's a promise here of things kind of just, going okay, of things kind of going in the right direction. But there's something maybe about not pushing it or not rushing it, or something like that. And there's huge potential to be so, so, so happy. I mean, you've got the sun here right in the corner of this card. You've got dolphins, always a sign of happiness. You know, like there's a promise, I think, of a bright future, of bright things ahead for this connection. And I don't know where the connection is, what's going on in the connection, but it seems to me that there's a huge potential and a promise for this connection to be really, really a good one. It says replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. So maybe it's about, releasing something as well, letting old habits go, letting old trickiness or difficulties go, releasing, healing, something like that, for the potential or the future for it to be really, really good. Okay, so let's first of all, I just want to sort of see what is the truth behind, how your person is thinking and feeling. So how are they actually thinking and feeling? What's really going on for them? How is pile number one's person, really truthfully thinking and feeling? What are their true and honest thoughts and feelings about pile number one and the connection right now? So we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. What are they truly thinking and feeling about pile number one and the connection? We have the Six of Wands. What are they truly thinking and feeling right now for pile number one? We have the Judgment card. What are they truly thinking and feeling for pile number one? And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. And the Hanged Man. So for some of you, this connection, underneath that, it's just slipped, we've got the King of Swords here as well. So we've got the Hanged Man, we've got the King of Swords. So for some of you, this connection might be in on pause or sort of suspended or in cycles or not steady. Something like that with the Hanged Man, or there needs to be a change in perspective or a new perspective. With the Nine of Wands here, the situation might be sort of challenging or challenged, or it might even be in separation. So this person is feeling challenged. Yeah, they are. The truth of it is they are feeling a little bit challenged in the situation at the moment. They maybe are weighing things up or looking at things or trying to gain enlightenment or a new perspective on the connection in some way. They may be they may be thinking about things a lot with the King of Swords here. They maybe want truth or clarity as well, because the Swords is all about truth and clarity, and this is the King of Swords. So maybe the overarching energy is that they are doing a lot of soul searching, they're going inwards, they're trying to shift their perspective, gain a new perspective, keep an open mind. So maybe it's being challenging, or they're being challenged by the situation with the Nine of Wands here. But the Nine of Wands is talks about somebody who is wanting to carry on in that. Usually with the Nine of Wands, you have somebody that's kind of like, it's a bit like the wounded warrior, somebody that's maybe been through a lot of tricky times or a lot of had to defend themselves, but they're still standing strong. So I feel like this person wants to continue to stand strong in this connection, but they may be giving it a lot of thought, or they may be reflecting on things a lot, or they may be wanting truth and honesty in the connection with the King of Swords here, and maybe they are changing their perspective or gaining a new perspective on the connection with the Hanged Man, because that is all about shifting perspective, getting a new take on things. And it could be that they're doing that in a pretty relaxed way, with the go with the flow here. That they're sort of relaxed, in a relaxed way, they're looking and seeing if they can change or shift their perspective, because in actual fact, they feel positive, even though there might be some challenges in this situation. They actually feel very positive about it, and it goes with happiness, and actually it goes with the whole thing about remaining positive. They feel very positive about the connection still, because you've got the Six of Wands, which is usually a card of victory and recognition. So this person still recognises this connection. They still see it as a positive connection, something that they want, that they still want to have in their life. It might be with the Judgment card here, because the Judgment is a rising up, a call to action. So maybe if you're in separation, maybe they are wanting to act in some way to make a move back towards you. But the judgment is about making something better, leveling it up, improving it. So I feel like this person, and with Hangman, maybe they are thinking that they want to improve things between you and them, that there needs to be a change in the way you do things or something like that to make it better, to make it happier. Queen of Wands, there's a lot of attraction still in this connection. This person feels very attracted towards you. Queen of Wands is all about being very attractive, very confident. I feel like this person is really confident about this connection. It goes with a happiness card here. It goes with the go with the flow. I think as what I was saying before, they're relaxed. They're pretty relaxed about it. So even though there might be certain challenges in the connection, they are essentially pretty relaxed about it. Very confident about it. They are confident in how they feel about you, that they're very attracted towards you, that they really enjoy your company. They see you as very somebody that they like spending time with, maybe somebody that they like exchanging ideas with, that they maybe as well if you're in separation they want to communicate. They're sort of thinking about ways in which they want to communicate with you again, if it's a no contact situation, something like that. But on the whole, whatever the situation is, this person, what is the hidden truth here is that this person feels incredibly positive about this connection. They feel, it may not, if you've been through challenges or in separation, you might be surprised to hear that, but they're very confident. They want to be recognised by the situation again. They want the situation to level up, to rise up. And they are trying to maybe find ways, if you're separate from them, they're trying to find ways of how they can do that with the Hangman, of how to shift things, something like that. If you're in separation, they're keeping an open mind for reconciliation. I think that's what this person is doing. That is the hidden truth here. Maybe they see with these two dolphins here that this is a very soulful connection, and they feel that you sort of mirror each other and that you are the right people for each other, that you should be together somehow. So that is kind of what I'm seeing here. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Nine of Wands is Sagittarius, Six of Wands is Leo, Queen of Wands could be Aries, Sagittarius or Leo, King of Swords, any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Hangman is Pisces energy. Yeah. So let's get some cards on the actual connection. What is the truth behind behind you and them? So what is the actual truth behind the connection? What's the truth? What's the truth behind what's the joint energy? What's the sort of hidden truth of the joint energy between you and them? How you are together. What's the hidden truth there? The Lovers card. Oh my goodness. We've got all the Two of Swords. What's the truth behind the actual connection between pile number one and their person? We have the Nine of Cups. Very strange Nine of Cups. This deck is quite a strange deck. And we have the Knight of Swords. So you can see that there, the Knight of Swords. Right, okay. So let's move this over a little bit. So I feel like between you both know, it might not be declared, and the overarching is the King of Cups. You both know how strongly you feel about each other because you have the Lovers card here. Okay, so the Lovers card is, a card of, it's a very significant card to have in a love reading. It shows a real strong connection between the two people, or between the people involved in the reading. But it can be that there are some choices in this. So this could be, because here we've got the Lovers card as well, can be traditionally be about choice, where you make a choice between two things or two people. And you've also got next to it the Two of Swords, which clearly shows two roads. So maybe this is a situation where there is choices or an element, a third element. It doesn't have to be a person, but a third element that's somehow, a part of the whole setup. Or maybe it's hindering, or maybe it's causing indecision or indecisiveness in the connection. We've got this man sleeping here, haven't we? And this fairy looking at him while he's sleeping. So maybe it could be that this is a crush situation where you're looking at somebody and they don't know necessarily that you're looking at them, or they're looking at you and they don't know that you're looking back, that kind of thing. She's looking at him as he's sleeping. So maybe there's something like that going on in the connection. But you're definitely with the Nine of Cups here. You know, it's a wish fulfillment for both of you. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It's, you know, it's kind of like having, you know, all your wishes and dreams come true. And this is quite an interesting wish fulfillment card here. Yeah, but it's basically, and it also just had a little message on my laptop there with 2 little hearts on it. So I feel like this person sees you, and this is the Nine of Cups, which is, you know, all about feeling very satisfied emotionally. So feeling really satisfied emotionally, which would go with those little 2 hearts. So I felt this, you both know that you're kind of doing it for each other emotionally. You both know that, but there might have been some choices, or it might be a 3-way situation or something like that, a third party situation, or maybe a secret situation. But you both know, you know, that you care for one another. That is the truth. You both know that you really care for each other. You both know that you really want to be together. You both know that you are a wish fulfillment for each other. And with the Knight of Swords here, the Knight of Swords is about swift energy, quick energy, bold energy. So maybe you both, you know, somehow want to either come towards each other. It might be a cycles thing where you come towards each other and then pull away, because the Knight of Swords can sometimes mean coming in and going out of the situation, you know, swiftly, quickly. So I feel like, though, with the King of Cups being the overarching energy, that you, again, you know, there's deep feelings in the King of Cups. The King of Cups is emotionally very connected. So I feel like both of you are aware that you are both emotionally very connected. There's a sort of, with the Lovers card coming right next to this Happiness card with the 2 dolphins here, I feel like both of you feel this kind of soul pull towards each other. That there is a strong bond between the 2 of you. But you might be somehow being in a situation where one of you or both of you maybe has sort of choices, or is in another situation. It could be like a 3-party situation where choices have to be made, something like that. I feel like, though, if that is the situation, with the Knight of Swords here, I feel like you both want to rush towards each other, that there's an urgency, that you want to rush towards each other. And that might be where you've got to go with the flow, because that might be a mistake to do that. It might be a mistake to want to rush this situation, because this is like sort of quite relaxed here, keep an open mind, go with the flow. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I feel like that might be that you want to maybe rush into the situation, but actually you need to just go at the right time. Things need to be done at the right time. They need to be done at the right pace, something like that, in order for it to all come to fruition in the best possible way. Something like that. Because the Knight of Swords can be sometimes too rash, or too quick to act. So what I would say is that you both want that, but it might be that you need to just kind of let things develop naturally and at the right time and in their own way, in their own pace. That's kind of what I would say here. So the Lovers is Gemini, 2 of Swords is Libran energy, 9 of Cups is Pisces, and the Knight of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius or Gemini, and the King of Cups could be any of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Let's see if we've got any messages for you, pile number 1. What's the hidden truth? What is the hidden truth behind this connection, behind how pile number 1's person feels? What's the hidden truth, please? I've got 2, or I've got 3. I'm going to take those 3 and see what they say. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. There we go. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's all these wands here. There's a lot of wands, isn't there? I mean, the wands is all about passion. You've got the Queen of Wands, But you've also got the cups, which makes me think there is a love connection here. There is a deep connection. And then we've got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So there you go, part number 1. That's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So today's reading we're doing, aren't we? What's the truth behind this connection? What's the hidden truth behind, what your person is thinking and feeling, and also the connection? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is card number 29, and it says nurture. Okay, it's a beautiful little card there, isn't it? With all the little purple butterflies here. Okay, I mean, music might, because this girl is playing a flute, music might mean something to some of you. Music might be importance to both of you in this connection. Just as a side for some, just a few of you there. Just felt I needed to say that. Music might be something important for you or for the connection. Also, Turritella agate here, beautiful little stones. I'm going to put that there. So I've pre-shuffled some oracle cards. Let's take a look. We have got, oh, lovely blessings. Beautiful card, this, blessings. There we go. Nurture, blessings. Then we've got imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. Imagination. Okay. And then we have reconsider. Oh, so, I mean, I feel like with the blessings card here, I mean, this is supposed to depict, like this has got a lot of these kind of springs or fountains or little waterfalls here. It's supposed to be like a sort of holy place, where you get like holy water, or, sort of water that is, if you drink it, you receive blessings and stuff like that. So it makes me feel that this person is seeing this, or the truth of this connection is that it is a blessed one. Maybe it's a guided one. Maybe it's something that your person wants to really value, sees as a blessing, something that's going to bring them good luck as well, or bring them health or vitality or something like that. They want to nurture it, they want to care for it, they feel nurtured and cared by it. They feel like it's something that, the blessings and the nurture card here, it just makes me feel this person feels very thankful, and that might come as a surprise for you depending on what's going on in this situation, but they feel very thankful for the connection. They feel like it's a blessed connection. Maybe there's a strong spiritual link between the two of you. Maybe they feel cared for by you, or they want to care for you. Maybe with the reconsider, some of you are in separation and they're asking, or they want you to reconsider, or they want the situation to be looked at again. Maybe they've reevaluated it or evaluated it and realised that it's very positive for them. Imagination, maybe they're having lots of dreams about you. Maybe they are fantasising about you. Something like that. There's a lot of yellow in all these cards. I'm being drawn to all the yellow. So the yellow is about the solar plexus, isn't it? I feel like this person, it's also very sunny. So I feel like this person does feel pretty positive about this connection. They do feel very positive about you. They do feel very positive about the connection. Maybe they feel quite confident with the yellow here. Maybe it makes them feel quite powerful or empowered just to be with you. But let's see. Let's just get the tarot out. I just want to say a big thank you if you have subscribed, if you've hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. If you've left a comment, thank you so much for doing that. I do try to read the comments, and I do appreciate everything that you do. And if you feel that you want to subscribe, then that really does help me out and the channel big time. So please do. But let's ask, first of all, I think we're just going to ask, what is the truth behind what your person is actually thinking and feeling? What is their truth, if you like? What is their truthful thoughts and feelings? Queen of Swords, about pile number 2. What are their truthful thoughts and feelings about pile number 2, please? We have death. What are their truthful thoughts and feelings about pile number 2, please? Oh. So we've got the 7 of Swords. We've got the 10 of Wands. And we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Gosh, okay, so what's at the bottom of the deck? And the 4 of Cups. So I feel like almost certainly, 100%, this is, you know, your person is, if you're with your person, they are feeling, I feel they're feeling very blocked or blocked off from you emotionally. There's a lot of emotional blocks here. You might even be in separation from them. The 4 of Cups is the overarching energy, which is not feeling very happy. So I feel like this person at the moment is not feeling very, very happy, which is surprising given all of what we've got here. But their thoughts and feelings, and it could be because you're in separation from them or you're not with them, because all these cards are about, being sort of detached, really. So, and the 4 of Cups is someone who is not happy about something and not really open to what's being offered to them. So maybe they're a little bit fed up. The 7 of Swords here is maybe something has happened in this connection that was a little bit tricky or a little bit difficult. 7 of Swords can talk about a little bit of a trickster energy, and it's kind of central to this reading. So maybe this person is or has not been honest, or is maybe not being honest at the moment. The 10 of Wands is somebody who's quite weighed down, feels quite weighed down by the situation. It could be that they're feeling like this because they're not with you, because that might be why you've got to reconsider here. So maybe they did something, or maybe something happened in the situation that brought it down, that was a little bit tricky. The Knight of Swords is, the Knight of Swords normally upright is about swift, bold energy, but it's in the reverse, which tells me that they feel stuck. I feel like this person feels stuck at the moment, not able to move. With the Death card here, death could be with all these other cards that this situation has come into separation, right next to the Queen of Swords, which is about detachment, not being emotionally connected, but also giving the situation a lot of thought. So I feel like this person at the moment is feeling maybe shut out from the situation, maybe feeling burdened, feeling quite heavy by the situation, giving the situation a lot of thought nonetheless with the Queen of Swords here, maybe trying to plan or strategize. But there's definitely a fed up energy in your person at the moment, a stuckness to them. And it might be because you're in separation from them, or it might be that they are just feeling that way. But with all these cards here, I just feel as well that they do, maybe there's a lot of regret. I feel like this person might be feeling a lot of regret about maybe what has gone on, because maybe with the blessings and the nurture, maybe they're thinking they should have nurtured it more, or they should have seen it more as a blessing, or they should have valued it more, something like that. I think I said that at the beginning. And at the moment, maybe they're thinking with the Queen of Swords that you've shut yourself off from them, that you are closed as well. Because the Queen of Swords is an energy who is closed off emotionally. And it goes with the Death card here as well. So maybe they've done something with the 7 of Swords here, or something's happened in the situation which hasn't been right. There's been some tricky behaviour, or maybe some self-sabotaging behaviour, or behaviour that was selfish in some way, because it's central to the connection, central to the reading rather, I should say, and it's causing your person to feel stuck and fed up, and just maybe quite in a negative mindset here. So in terms of astrological signs, Queen of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Death is Scorpio energy. 7 of Swords is Aquarius energy. 10 of Wands, that is Sagittarius. Knight of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. And the 4 of Cups is The Four of Cups is Cancer energy. So let's just see. I'm being called to do a message card. Let's see if we've got a message card here from, so what's the hidden truth? Or what's the truth behind what pile number 2's person is thinking and feeling? Is there a message there for us? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Maybe this person is just feeling fed up in the situation, but they want it to revive in some way. Maybe they are feeling, lacking in inspiration or lacking in drive for the situation, or feeling like they want to, maybe on some level they feel that they want to leave the situation or escape the situation because it's quite heavy for them at the moment. Maybe they want something a bit more playful. Maybe they're thinking that they would like it to be more playful, more joyous, because these cards are quite heavy. And there's a sort of a lack of emotional connection here. So maybe this person is thinking, well, I'd like it to be a bit more playful. And it could be because you're in separation from them. You're not actually with them. But anyway, let's see. What else? So let's see what's the actual energy. What's the hidden truth of the connection, the energy between you and them? What's the sort of undercurrent, if you like? What's the truth behind you and them, your connection between you, how you both feel with each other? You've got the Six of Swords underneath the Queen of Swords. You've got the Six of Cups. Okay. What's the hidden truth behind you and them together? The Four of Pentacles. The Fool. What else have we got? And the Tower. The Tower? Yeah, the Tower card here. Okay, so, and the overarching energy is the Five of Swords. I feel like you're almost definitely in separation here. I feel like this is probably a pile where most of you, if not all of you, are in separation. Maybe something has happened, and that might be why you've got the Seven of Swords centrals here, because you've got the Tower card, and the Tower card is about something coming down, crashing down, maybe in a very sudden way or a very shocking way. Something or that you thought was stable and settled has come crashing down. So I feel like that might have been going on, or there's a threat of that. There's a threat of that between you and them, but I feel like for many of you it might have already happened, because the Six of Swords is usually about moving away out of a difficult situation into calmer water. So you might have actually separated. It comes right out of the Queen of Swords, which is a detached energy. So I feel like in many ways this situation might have come into separation because there was a Tower moment or some tricky energy or something that went down in the situation. But I think what you both realise, the truth behind this connection is that although it seems like it's gone, death is also about change and transformation, and the Six of Cups is a soulmate kind of energy. So I feel like the both of you know that this is a significant connection, that it's a soulful connection. You might have had a lot of history with this person. You might be looking back, if you're in separation, you might be looking at each other nostalgically, thinking back, having lots of memories, both wanting in many ways, I think, a reconciliation. That is kind of what I'm seeing here. So you might have moved away from the situation, you might have come out of the situation, your person might be feeling fed up, weighed down, detached, left out in the cold, stuck because you are not with them and they still feel this strong, soulful connection towards you. You both do. Now the Four of Swords, or the Four of Stones, shows that, it comes right underneath the Seven of Swords, that this situation is, it may be stuck in sort of self-sabotaging cycles or habits, or somebody might be always sabotaging the connection. But the both of you still, with the Four of Stones here, or the Four of Pentacles, want to hold on to the connection. So this, even though there's some tricky behaviour, there might be some negative behaviour, you might have had something shocking happen, it might have fallen apart. There's still a desire, I think, from both of you to hold on, to keep hold of the connection. And with the Fool card, maybe have a new beginning together. You know, begin again, have a new start, something like that. But it could be as well that it is at a crossroads situation where you're thinking, should we have a new start, or should we bring everything to a close, with the Tower card right next to it. So that is kind of honestly what I'm seeing. So but I think the truth is that both of you still really care about each other, but there just might be certain behaviours or ways of thinking or doing things, or the way in which the relationship conducts, or that sabotages it, that makes it difficult. And that's maybe why you've got the playfulness card here, because it's all quite heavy. Maybe it's all quite heavy, quite difficult, and there's not been much time to kind of nurture each other, or nurture the connection, or be thankful for what there is in the connection, because maybe it's kind of been caught up in a lot of negativity or something like that. But there is still this feeling between you. The hidden truth is that you both still, there's a strong soulful connection to each other, and you both still, you recognise that you love each other in many ways, and that you want to hold on to the connection, and maybe you want a new beginning. And maybe that's a bit of a shock. That's the other way of reading the Tower card. Maybe that will be a bit of a shock if you've been in separation for a long time from this person, or you've not been with this person. Maybe it would be like a bolt out of the blue for you and them to be back together again, because the overarching energy is the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is normally a card where there's been some sort of battle, there's been some kind of argument or fight, and somebody's come off better than somebody else. So maybe this situation's come into separation, and maybe they're thinking you've come off better than they have. But in a sense, the message of the Five of Swords is that there's no, although it is a card of winners and losers, the winners have won normally at the expense of the other side, and it doesn't always feel like a great win. So I feel like in this situation, what you both know is that you're not together. Nobody's really winning in that situation, really. Nobody's, you both kind of lost out, really. And that might be why you've got the reconsider, because, maybe there's something to reconsider about this situation. So in terms of astrological signs, the Four of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. Six of Swords is Aquarius energy, and the Five of Swords is also Aquarius energy. So that is what I'm honestly seeing here. Let's see if we've got some more message cards for you. What's the truth behind this connection? What is the truth behind this connection? What's the hidden truth behind pile number 2 and their person? So we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. There we go. And then we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there you go, pile number 2. That has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. Thanks for joining me for another pick a card reading. Big thank you if you subscribed, liked, or commented. I really appreciate that. And if you feel that you want to do that, just takes a couple of seconds, then it would be great, because it makes a huge difference to me and the channel. But anyway, you chose to come into this pick a card reading, which is, what is the truth behind this connection? What's the hidden truth, if you like? And you chose to come in on this lovely card. It says Heart Healing, card number 5. Okay, it's a beautiful pink flower here, and this water here with the calcite as well. I'm just going to put that there. Okay, I'm just going to move my mouse over there. There we go. And I've also pre-shuffled some oracle cards, so let's take a look at those. So we have got taking risks. We've got Big happy changes. Big happy changes, okay. And then we've also got trust your gut feeling. Let your heart lead you to who you are. Trust your gut feeling. So this might be with your main card, the heart healing, because it's card number 5 and it says heart healing here. Fives are all about change and challenge, really. A bit of disruption, maybe a bit of upheaval. So maybe there's something about this situation where they're taking risks, which is that there needs to be a change, or there needs to be a risk taken in this situation. Maybe it's divinely guided as well, because this card is about, I don't know if you can see this high plateau here. In some cultures, in some ancient cultures, they believe that, if you're on the top of this high plateau, then you've got some here as well, then you're closest to the gods, so you're to the sky, really. So maybe it's got some sort of divine connection, or there's some divine guidance going on here. It's asking you to trust your intuition. It does say big happy changes, but I feel like those changes are going to come along with risks. There needs to be certain risks in this situation. Maybe there's been some challenges in it, and some healing has taken place, and maybe there's a risk now that's required to move it forward in some way, or something like that. But anyway, let's see what we've got in terms of the tarot. First of all, I just want to ask, how, what's the truth in how your person thinks and feels? What's the hidden truth? How are they really thinking and feeling? So please can you tell me, how is pile number 3's person really thinking and feeling? What is the truth behind their energy, if you like? What's the truth behind their energy? How are they really thinking and feeling, please? So those two are coming out. So we've got Queen of Wands, and we've got the Hermit. Okay. How are they thinking and feeling? And what are these? We've got the Devil, and we've got the 3 of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Underneath we've got the 8 of Cups. Right. So it could be that for some of you, you're asking about something, or someone that has already walked away from the situation, or the situation has come into separation, because you've got the 8 of Cups here. And the 8 of Cups is about walking away. It's about walking away from something. And you've also got the Hermit card and the 3 of Swords. So the Hermit card is a private inward energy. It's an energy where, the Hermit, you're usually on your own when you're a hermit. It's an alone energy. And you've got 3 of Swords, which is about heartache, separation and loss. So this person, if they're in separation from you, the hidden truth is that they are not happy, that they're feeling very unhappy in that situation. There's a lot of pain for them. But there's also a lot of reflection going on. So they're reflecting a lot here with the Hermit card. They're sort of soul searching a lot. It could be as well that they are getting caught up in a lot of negative thinking with the Devil card here. Because the Devil card is about being chained to things, thinking, ideas, behaviour, self-sabotaging behaviour, that kind of thing. And it could be that this person is thinking very negatively or behaving very negatively, or feels chained to. It could be that they're obsessively thinking about you if you're in separation from them, because the Devil has kind of like an obsessive energy. But I feel like they're caught up in a lot of negative thinking or negative behaviour patterns, and maybe they're trying to heal that with the Hermit card right next to it. Or maybe the situation was, they saw the situation as being quite negative, or it was quite destructive, or there was some harmful behaviours in it, or something like that, and somebody walked away because of that. Now it could be that you're with this person, and there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff to heal in the current situation. There's a lot of things, negative stuff going on in the connection right now here with the Devil card. Maybe someone is behaving in a selfish way, not really behaving very fairly, thinking only of themselves, doing things just to, gratify themselves, and it's causing a lot of pain and a lot of heartache at the moment, yeah? Now, the Queen of Wands here, now it's interesting because we've got the Queen of Wands right next to taking risks. So it could be that this person wants to take, because the Queen of Wands is very confident. Is very confident, is very sure of themselves, is very positive actually. And it's this card is in stark contrast to all the other cards. It goes with these cards more. So I feel like it might be that you're in separation from this person. They're not happy. Maybe they're getting caught up in negative thinking or, self-sabotaging beliefs. They're not going through a very good time. But they want to somehow heal in the situation. They maybe want to take a risk and try and come back towards you, or try to have a happier situation with you. A brighter situation, like the Queen of Wands, because she is a beacon of sort of light, of brightness. Whereas at the moment, and that might be a bit of a risk, and it might mean that there needs to be a lot of healing, because at the moment it could be that this person is sort of deep in, I feel like this person might be in a little bit of a crisis situation, really, in terms of just their thoughts and feelings about this connection. Just not in a good place, really, but they want to be. They want to be in a good place with it. They want to be healed. They want to... but there might be a bit of a warning for you here to trust your gut, to listen to your intuition about this connection, really. Maybe this person was a little bit of a risk taker, because taking risks, and it's very... it's a big part of the Devil behaviour. Because you often have people that have certain addictions that where the Devil card comes out, and people who have serious addictions... often there's a lot of risk taking in that involved. If you think about somebody who's, with a lot of drink or drugs or anything like that, there's usually risky behaviour around that addiction. So it could be that this person is caught up in that in some way, but they kind of want to. They kind of want to come out of the darkness, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But in terms of, so maybe they have to do a lot of healing. There's something about them that needs to do a lot of healing. So maybe the situation is challenging and it needs to heal a lot from what has gone on before. And I feel like this person, the truth about this person, the truth behind this person is that they are maybe caught up in certain things that are negative for them and have been negative for the connection. But they want to heal that. They want to try and heal that, but it might be tricky for them. They want happier times, really. But anyway, let's say, so in terms of astrological signs, the Queen of Wands could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. The Hermit is Virgo energy. The Devil is Capricorn energy. And the Three of Swords is Libran energy. Eight of Cups is Pisces. So that's just something, so that's the sort of... yeah, I mean, it could be as well that this person is presenting as somebody who's really confident, really sociable, really passionate, really sort of sunny and positive in their demeanour, but underneath, they're not really feeling like that. Yeah, they're feeling maybe like they're feeling quite negative, or they're feeling some heartache, or they're feeling like they need to be on their own, or they're feeling like they need to be on their alone, have some alone time. And that's the other way of reading it. Maybe they're feeling like they need to walk away from the situation to get some space, but they might not be presenting that initially to you with the Queen of Wands here. That's another way of reading it. But let's see what else we've got. So let's see what's the sort of joint energy, or the joint, what's the truth behind you and them, the energy of you and them. What's the truth? What's the hidden truth behind you and them as an angel? What's really going on for you and them in the connection? What's the sort of truth of the connection, if you like? We have the Four of Wands. truth of you and them. We have the Moon. We have the Seven of Pentacles. What's the truth behind, partner 3 and their person? The joint energy. What's the truth behind that? And we have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm just going to cover that up. Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. And the overarching energy is the Knight of Swords. Okay. I think the joint energy between the two of you, with the Four of Wands here, is that you both know that this is a significant connection. And also it goes to the big happy change. I think you both want, if you're in separation, I think you both want reconciliation. I think you both want to be together again. You might even want to make a commitment towards each other. And that might be why you've got taking risks, heart healing, big happy changes, because you actually want to move it into a much happier space. So if it's in a negative space, or it has been in a negative place, and you've left the situation, or someone's walked away from the situation, I think with the Four of Wands here, that is the 11-11 sign. There's a connection here. There's a deep connection here. And this is also a sort of card of celebration, happiness. So I feel like this, you both want the connection to be happy, but it might be that it's a secret situation with the Moon card here, right under the Hermit. It might be a hidden situation. It might be a secret situation. You might be hidden from each other. So you might be in separation. It might even be a no contact situation, something like that. Maybe there was some deception with the Moon card here. Maybe there was something hidden that made a secret situation or something like that. Maybe it was confusing. So maybe sometimes the connection is confusing for you both. But again, the Moon has a strong pull. It could also be a cyclical situation. Maybe it goes in cycles as well, where sometimes you're together and sometimes you're apart. And that might be why you've got the not the Seven of Stones, I beg your pardon, the Two of Pentacles. So again, the Two of Pentacles is where it's kind of like, you might be at a bit of a crossroads here. Yeah, about whether you should be together or whether you should come back together, or whether you should come back together if you've been in separation. So there's choices. So there's confusion, there's choices, a bit of a crossroads. But essentially with the Four of Wands here, I think you both know that it is a bit of a strong connection. It might be a bit of a twin flame thing, where you come together, you pull apart, you come together, you pull apart. And there's a lot of kind of pushing and pulling towards each other, and then coming away from each other, because it can be quite an intense quite an intense connection, a twin flame connection, until both of you heal. That might be where you've got the heart healing, where there needs to be some healing on both sides, so that you can then come back together in a much more sort of a healed way, and then the relationship has a chance of really kind of, being really, you have all the benefits, if you like, of a twin flame connection. Sometimes the journey, the road towards that can be a little bit rocky. So I feel like maybe for some of you, this is a little bit of a twin flame kind of journey going on here, where maybe you've been together, then come apart, been together, then come apart, but you recognise there's some pull, there's some magnetic pull that you both have towards each other, and that there's huge potential for the connection to be really happy. Something like that. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is essentially, I think both of you want stability. You don't want this sort of to-ing and fro-ing. You don't want this kind of negativity. You don't want heartache. You want stability. The Queen of Pentacles is a stable, a very, very, very stable character. Somebody who's really got her feet on the ground. She is, somebody who's normally with a stable person, a stable partner. So she's not a person who is, up and down in mood or anything like that. She's very steady and loyal and steadfast. And I think in the connection on either side is maybe you both essentially want kind of commitment. You both want commitment. You might even both want marriage or that kind of thing. But in the way of that is this, maybe this situation where you're in cycles, unpredictability, confusion, Two of Pentacles, where it's all being weighed up all the time. And it could be because somebody has certain behaviour patterns with the Devil card here, or certain negative ways of thinking or behaving that sabotage the situation. That means that it is constantly going backwards and forwards. It's not solid or stable or secure. And it could be that for some of you, that is sort of some kind of addictive behaviour, something like that, and it leads to heartache. But essentially, both of you, want a stable. That is what you desire. You want a stable situation together. You want to celebrate the connection. You want to have a heart connection. You want it to be healed. But there are blocks in the way of that. There are blocks in the way of all of that. Which need to be worked on. Now, the overarching energy is the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is about clarity more than anything else. I think Swords is about clarity. It's about being clear. It's about being honest, and it's about being bold. So again, it makes me think. And it's also about a rush. It's a speedy energy. It's a really speedy energy. So I think like maybe if you've come into separation, because it comes under the Eight of Cups, there's a desire to rush back towards each other, to be back towards each other. And it might be it's a cycle, it's a thing that goes in cycles, and you want the cycle, you both want the cycle to begin again. But I think this time around you want to try for clarity, for honesty, for commitment. But this, in the Moon card here, this witch she looks like she's working on something. She's got a big hammer in her hand and she's working on something. And I feel like then you need to work on whatever it is that is sabotaging the connection. You need to work on whatever it is that's causing the confusion. There needs to be work on that. Maybe to bring something to light. If there's something secret going on in this situation, there might be something secret, some hidden thing in this situation that is sabotaging it in some way. But both of you essentially want to be together. Both of you essentially want to be together. You want to be bright and sunny like the Queen of Wands. You want to be confident as a couple, the two of you, as well as individuals. But it's about working on, and that might be why you've got the Heart of Healing, really working on the shadow. It could be that you need to really work on, or your person really needs to work on, the shadow aspect of them and the connection. So this connection might have a shadow element to it, a negative side to it that is sabotaging it, and it needs to be worked on. There needs to be healing, and that might be risky, but maybe you need to take those risks in order to have the big happy changes. Because it's hard. Everybody says, you need to heal, and it's difficult. Sometimes difficult to heal, isn't it? If there are big issues or major problems, it's not that easy. But that's why I think with this witch, it's about working on it slowly. You need to kind of work on it over time. You've got the potential to get to a happy space, to get to a happy place, to get to a more settled, stable place, which essentially you both want. But there needs to be a little bit of work on that. That's kind of what I would say here. Now, in terms of astrological signs, the Four of Wands is Aries. The Moon is Pisces. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. And the Queen of Pentacles could be any of the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Let's see if we've got any messages here for you. So, what is the truth behind pile number 3 and their person's relationship? What's the hidden truth? Is there any messages for them? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So maybe the taking risks is, do you open your heart to this person again? if they've behaved in tricky ways. And obviously, and that might be why you've got to trust your gut feeling. Only you know the answer to that, and you're being asked to listen to your intuition here. But this, this card is saying, that it might be, safe for you to. But obviously, you've got to go with how you feel. I don't know what's gone on in this situation. I can only imagine that with the Devil card, the Moon card, that there might have been a lot of tricky things going on in this situation. There might have been a lot of hurtful things with the Three of Swords here. So it's kind of up to you, pile number 3 with that one. Free yourself. So that's interesting. This is free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So you might really be, with the Two of Pentacles here, at a bit of a crossroads in this connection. Should you take the risk and stay in this connection, or get back in this connection, or should you move away from it? That might be what's going on here. But I think what I would say is essentially that there is from both of you, a strong feeling that it is a deep connection. But if it's a twin flame journey where where you both haven't healed, then that can be a painful road, and that's just the reality of it, really. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then we've got one more, and then I'm going to leave you, which says, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So there you go, calling in your soulmate. So pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.